from Giannis. The real question's not going to be this year. Numbers wise, it doesn't make sense. But next year, next summer, it would make more sense for both parties. Even then, I don't know. I would not be the best version of myself if I don't know that everybody's on the same page. Everybody's going for a championship. Everybody's going to sacrifice time away from their family like I do. And if I don't feel that, I'm not signing. Thoughts? Those are some words right there.
Oh man, and did they ever fuel the Warriors world wish list, right? And look, I remember I might have had something to do with this, but Steph threw a lob to Giannis or something in the All-Star game, and that became they're gonna play together, they're gonna play together. And that was
Right.
just like a little happy moment where they played together. Like this is him saying, yo, I might be out, right? I mean, that's just shy of the Magic Johnson. I'm not gonna be here, right? I mean, so you can imagine how this fuels that, right? This idea. We already know him and Steph have a good relationship, and he respects Steph. And like there was some post earlier where he was like they're talking about where he should go, and somebody said the Warriors, and he stopped. The Warriors? He said I should go to the Warriors, and Warriors fans eat that stuff up, right? Uh, to be honest, I think Giannis, who has said so many times, I'm not I don't like the hopping, I don't like the jumping around. I wonder if he backs off that for that reason, right? And ends up going somewhere else. But if Steph is 36, you know what I'm saying? And they look like, hey, all right, you're not walking into a regular championship contender. It might be a little different. I do know this though. Joe Lacob, the Warriors owner, this is what he lives for. Getting players like that, landing players like that. Chase Center is like the most expensive ticket in the game. They're gonna need a superstar.
Right.
That they're gonna need a superstar. So if it's possible, they're probably gonna try to figure out a way to do it. If it's possible. I just think Giannis might be like, man, I can't do that.
I mean, Giannis, so he's 28. Birthday's in December. He'll be 29. Contract wise, this coming season and the following guaranteed player option 2025 26 for 51.9 million. We know, like, let's fast forward to next summer. The Bucks don't have the finish they want. He's not loving what he's seeing when he reads the room. You're now 1 year out from possible free agency. We know the formula. Not everybody does the Ben Simmons and ass out with 4 years to go. Usually it's one or two. So that would be 1 year out. And that's, again, like a lot of the situations we talk about, you just got to wait and see how the year goes, how he's feeling. I would argue, as somebody who does feel like he's got a decent sense for Giannis's mentality, that the Steph thing and the idea that if he's 36 and he's not walking into a contender, I could almost see that being a motivating factor for Giannis. Because I think, the idea for him of being plug and play in a place, I mean, honestly, like the Kevin Durant approach where you're catching Steph and Clay and Draymond in their primes and you're adding to that, and the league just shrugs and says, you got to be kidding me. That I don't think is of interest to Giannis.
That's what
because
he ain't gonna do.
yeah, he takes pride in the idea that he built this thing from the ground up in Milwaukee. And even if the next stop, if there is one, isn't from the ground up, something like, kind of being the guy who extends Steph Curry's runway and adds to his legend because of Giannis's greatness. Like, I could see that for sure.
Yeah. And it would be totally like, here are the keys to the kingdom, Giannis. This is
Oh
yours
yeah.
now.
Yeah. 100%. So,
But he could also do that in like New York or Chicago.
he could,
and,
he could. All right. We've
but
effectively,
it's Steph Curry. It's Steph Curry. I
that's the
don't ever
thing.
underestimate the lure of Steph Curry. I don't do it.
Listen, I'll go full circle here because I will share the fact that in that incredibly entertaining debate that we had in Seattle, one of the things we did get into is the idea that Steph's magnetism and his personality and his, inclusivity and the way that he is wired as a human continues to be underrated. It's not even just no drama. It's, lifting other people up. It's, helping other players be empowered for the way they want to compete, and especially in his older age, like taking what he's learned and being more of a leader. those qualities that are important when it comes to leading an organization. And oh, by the way, I do think should be factored in when you talk about all-time best players. Those qualities matter, and they help with the recruiting. They help with the continuity and the extending what this team has already done.